Good evening, everybody. This is Carolina Gilcappi from Sade Adventures, and I would like to show you a new option that we have been working on in Ecuador. As you know, Ecuador is one of my specialties and life's passion to bring people to see some of the hidden places, maybe some areas that you may not have heard of. So we have put together a trip that covers not only the coast of Ecuador, which is one of the least visited places, and it shouldn't be because we have a luxury super yacht to show you all the highlights, but also the cloud forest of Mashpi, which I have spent some time in with my family, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So let me show you the itinerary. I'm going to show you my screen, and we can go through it together. So this trip is good for any week in 2023, except for holidays. So if you're thinking Easter, Christmas, those are the big ones. It's probably already chartered out. Every other week, the cruise will depart every Sunday, so we can tweak the trip around it. This particular itinerary will begin on any Wednesday. So on a Wednesday, pick any Wednesday this year. You'll fly into Quito, Ecuador. We will pick you up, private transfer, and we will take you to Casa Gangotena in downtown Quito in the old center of town. This is the #1 hotel in Ecuador. And actually, a few years ago, it was voted the #1 hotel in South America. It is absolutely stunning. It's an old historical mansion that was redone into this boutique style hotel. We'll have a beautiful welcome dinner for you there that night. Then you can rest. And the next day, which will be a Thursday, we are off to Mashpi, which is a beautiful luxury lodge in the cloud forest. We reach it by land. So the lodge will actually send out a very comfortable kind of mini bus, and they will take you along the path to the cloud forest. You just keep going up and up and up to the forest. And it's like a jewel in the middle of nowhere. It's absolutely stunning what they were able to accomplish here. This was like a decade-long project, and when it opened, we were some of the first people who went. It is spectacular. So you will be there for 3 nights. So the first day that you arrive, they'll show you all around. You'll meet the guide that will be assigned to you. He'll know all your likes and dislikes, kind of your pace, and he'll stay with you for your excursions throughout. And that way you get to experience the best of Mashpi and everything it has to offer. They include all the excursions and all your meals. The rooms are beautiful. So what we're trying to accomplish here is that by day, you kind of rough it. You go on hikes, you're wearing rubber boots, you're going hiking to waterfalls and feeding hummingbirds and, scouting out howler monkeys. And then you come back to this gorgeous, comfortable hotel with air conditioning, with, all the amenities that you need. It is such a beautiful experience. So the use of glass in this lodge is spectacular. I mean, you have views from every angle, floor to ceiling windows in the rooms, in the dining room. There are overlooks all over the place. And every day you will get to experience something else. So I have been all over the Amazon, throughout South America, and all over the cloud forests and rainforests in Central America. This one does something different because besides the natural hikes and waterfalls and everything that is already there, they added extra toys, let's say. So they added this bicycle. So you're actually biking through, instead of zip lining, where it's so fast and your eyes are closed and you're screaming probably, you're actually biking through the forest and through the cloud, of the trees, of the canopy. It is such a fun experience, kind of scary, but really a lot of fun. If you feel uncertain about going on it with maybe your partner or a child, then the guide will go with you, and so that you are never alone. They have canopy towers to climb. They have, this is a view of the lodge. As you see, it's middle of nowhere. It's a jungle. So the difference between a cloud forest and a rainforest is that cloud forest, you are above. So there are so many places on the strip that you are standing far above the trees and you can look down. This is unusual in the jungle. Once you're in the Amazon, you're always under the canopy and you never climb up. So the cloud forest here is beautiful. And so it is known for its hummingbirds, for its butterflies, for its bird life. So if anyone is a birder, this is a fantastic place to be. Another thing they built is the dragonfly. So this is, instead of that bike, this is kind of like a little gondola that will fit more people, and the guide comes with you and points out all these amazing things. So lots of things that you can accomplish here. There's a hummingbird house, there's a butterfly house, all kinds of things. I just loved spending our time there. And I really like that you don't have to fly in, you can actually just drive in. So it kind of took away from the hustle of going to airports and so forth. Beautiful experience at Mashpi. And then we leave on a Sunday. We'll take you back to the Quito airport, and there you will board like a 35-minute flight to Manta. So it's a very short local flight. Once you're in Manta, Manta is kind of the hub, the largest, most popular city on the coast, on the Pacific coast of Ecuador. And there we will pick you up, and you're going to be taken care of by the crew of the Kontiki Wayra. So the Kontiki Wayra is the brand new, I mean, it's probably 9 months old, super yacht that was built by a local gentleman from the coast, because he really wants people to come and not only experience the beach and just being on a luxurious boat or a hotel, but really incorporate culture of the coast into the experience. So the idea is the same. You're going to get off the boat every day and going to experience cultural and wildlife and beautiful beaches, and then come back and be spoiled on board with amazing amenities and toys and beautiful gourmet chef and so on. And I mean, live music on board. There's just so many different surprises that will happen on this 5-day cruise. So it's named Kontiki. It's beautiful cabins. There's all sorts of different cabins. Most of them look just like this, with a window on this side that I am standing on, facing in. There's a jacuzzi on board. There's an indoor area for dining and relaxing, and couches where we do our evening presentations on what's coming up the next day. There's an outdoor space like this where we do a lot of activities there as well. Beautiful cruise, wonderful crew on board as well. So everything is included, like snorkeling, all your gear is there, wetsuits, anything you need for all the excursions will be provided, even rubber boots as well when we go into the forest. So there's going to be wildlife islands, so to see blue-footed boobies. There's going to be jungles where we go in and meet local communities and a shaman. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to go snorkeling with giant sea lions and turtles. A few months out of the year, you will encounter whales. Dolphins are really popular to see here as well. And then there's archaeological pieces. There's pottery families that we will get to meet that have kept traditions for 200 years. You know, beautiful old civilizations that we'll learn about. Of course, beautiful beaches along the way. So it's a combination of culture and enjoying the coast. The boat itself has a lot of toys. So while you're out on an excursion, the crew will set up all the toys. So when you come back, have lunch, you can relax, swim in our pool, slide down the slide. There's sea bobs, like little jet skis to enjoy. There's kayaks, there's stand-up paddle boards. It's just fantastic to be there. We'll go to a cacao plantation, learn all about making chocolate and participate in making some. We'll go to a community that uses a very traditional 100-year-old oven to cook gourmet food on it, and they will feed us there. So there's just some really fun touches. And then we will end in a little tropical town after we do a little howler monkey hike. And this town is known for the straw hats. So if you've ever heard of a Panama hat, it actually comes from Ecuador. There's a whole story about it, about the miscommunication of the name, but it comes from this part of Ecuador. And so you will get to learn all about it, meet the ladies and gentlemen who make these fantastic hats that sometimes take 3 months to make. It's quite eye-opening. And then afterwards, we'll take you right back to that Manta airport, take that 40-minute flight back to Quito, and take you to a hotel that's near the airport. So that way you don't have to drive. We don't have to drive 40 minutes into town. We'll stay at a beautiful polo club near the airport so that you can rest, and we will fly you home the next day. So any Friday, you can continue on home. So all you need to do is book your international flights and have a passport. There are no other requirements to enter Ecuador, so it's very easy to travel here. This trip is always published at $85.99. We are able to offer it for $65.99, and that's because we've been really excited about working with Kontiki, especially. I mean, Mashpi's been around for a few years now, so it's been a popular site anyway. But Kontiki is a thing that I think should really be on people's minds because it's the perfect combination of culture, beaches, and luxury on board. So I'm sending this off to you. I hope that you enjoy it and see you in Ecuador. Happy travels.